It doesn't need to be fixed.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Amanda Lynne. Subscribe to Raze.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and oh, we've got a fun one for you today. You know how I always love my geekiness, my geeky characters, and being able to talk about something. And today, Raze has a character that is very old. Although a lot of people didn't know about her until the Tim Burton Batman movie from '89, which this is they made this pop in celebration of. But this is Vicki Vale. This is one of Batman's original, original love interests. I honestly, Raze probably wouldn't go for like some of the other love interest characters from the Batman movies, some of them that just didn't exist in comics beforehand. I don't even remember what is it, I can't even think. In Batman and Robin and Batman Forever, like the characters there that were Bruce Wayne's love interests, like Chase Meridian. She didn't exist. She didn't exist before that. But Vicki Vale, however, did. She made her debut way back in 1948 in the Batman comics. And ironically enough, she was actually created, by Bill Finger and Bob Kane. They had actually gone to Hollywood and they were making the Batman and Robin serial. Before the movies, there were serials or chapter plays, or however you want to put it, cliffhangers. Yeah. And those, if you get a look at those, you're gonna see something very, very interesting and very monotonous in a lot of cases, because they were very short. And after you got past the first segment of the serial, you got little bits at a time. You would get the recap of the previous episode, and then the big, and then immediately put them into a cliffhanger, and then they would drag that out quite a bit, and make you come the next week to the theater to see the next installment. Batman and Robin was the second of the Batman serials, the first being simply Batman. That was a success, and they went in for a second one, and they wanted basically Batman coming out so close to Superman, when Superman being the success that it was. A lot of Batman's earlier things were essentially things that worked in Superman. And Vicki Vale is one of those things, because, still new to the whole creation process and everything. They actually went to Hollywood to discuss the love interest, because they didn't like the one that they had in the preview, which was also in comics, but was in the Batman serial. They wanted something new and everything. So they discussed with the production people, and they created Vicki Vale basically to be Batman's Lois Lane. That was the whole idea, and she has periodically shown up throughout Batman's lore ever since. She pops in, pops out. The problem is Batman can never actually have a... basically, when Batman has a love interest and that turns into something and expands upon it, he can no longer continue his fight on crime. So he's perpetually on his own because his first love is his mission. And he remains distant because of that, to keep from having these thoughts. But it's really cool that Vicki Vale was able to become a Pop, because yes, she is going into the collection. She is part of the larger DC collection that I have, and yeah, you can't really argue with a character that's been around longer than a lot of his villains, even. And you know, a lot of people thought that Vicki Vale was just well, a lot of them kind of thought, oh, is this Batman's Lois Lane? And a lot of people thought that she was created for the movie to be that. But no, she was created for the serial to be that, but then she lasted longer. She's shown up and gone out and come back and that kind of thing. And Batman's had so many love interests, it's not even funny. He gets around quite a bit for somebody who doesn't like to get attached. He's the Bat player. But we're going to go ahead and put this guy away, and we are going to take a closer look at our... this is our Vicki Vale from Batman, 1988 or 89. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. This is part of the 85 years celebration of Batman that they're doing. And yeah, there's a whole slew of Batman products coming out from Funko right now. A lot of it is centering around the Batman movies of the 90s, the 80s and 90s, and that is really cool. But yeah, this is Raze won't be getting all of them because a lot of them are characters he already has. But there are a couple that has piqued his interest, this being one of them. So yeah, that is really cool that they made her. And yeah, I'm just gonna rush right to it. I'm gonna take this thing out and have a look at it. This is so cool because one of the things that it just pops out that loves, this is actually from the scene where she goes to the museum to meet up with a date with Bruce Wayne, where the date wasn't shown up. Bruce Wayne gets a note from Alfred saying, "Hey, Miss Vale said she was going to be running late to their date with at the museum," and Bruce Wayne's like, "I didn't have that meeting," and he knows that what that means, and he appears, but like as it shows up, and Vicki Vale, played by Kim Basinger, is sitting there, and she gets a little package, which is this gas mask, and I love that that's the detail they put in there. There's a little gas mask in the box and everything, and yeah, she never had this pose in the movie where she was walking up holding it. But it is a nice little callback, because then Gas comes in and Joker comes in and starts, reworking all the paintings for a while. And yeah, that's so cool. And yeah, it's a great way they look. I don't really want to compare the dress because, quite frankly, Raze doesn't remember it that well and would have to pull up pictures of it, and doesn't really want to do that. A minimal amount of research goes into Raze's videos, if you haven't already hadn't already noticed. But yeah, otherwise this is a great little addition, and I love the design of the Pop. I love the hair. I love the detail of the gas mask. The gas mask is really what sold me on this thing. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to look. I mean, I've got a Steve Trevor from the Wonder Woman 85 movie, which, when you look at it, it's really like, it's just a dude with a fanny pack. And it's really hard to distinguish the background characters on this. So that's part of what really sold me on this one was having the gas mask. There's no mistaking who this is. So yeah, this is Vicki Vale and her little gas mask from the Batman movie, and this is so cool. Love it when they give me more obscure characters. It's funny the thought that of the new line that came out, Raze was probably the only one like, oh hey, there's a Vicki Vale. But enough about Raze's madness. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and give me a like and a subscribe and all that YouTube stuff that they do. I feel like I've got to say it. But more importantly, come back and watch another video, because Raze has lots of them, and you know, a lot of it's just pure bull crap, but like otherwise it's also a lot of comic history that you may or may not have known, and most likely didn't want to know. But I'm gonna get out of here now, but never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're gonna be defined.